Hi, it's Grace here from Happy Little Eaters. A quick video on sauces and how to serve them to your kids. So I get a lot of messages saying my kids won't eat the sauce on their pasta, and I certainly had experience of this when my kids were smaller, but amazingly now they do. But I never thought I would see the day that they did. So I can sympathise if you have the same issue. So the first tip on serving sauces, I would say, is it might feel counterintuitive, but instead of putting the sauce on it for them, which might make them distressed, and that's not the goal, is it, of meal times? We want to keep them happy and fun, is to serve everything deconstructed, family style, in the middle of the table, the cheese, the pasta, the sauce, and let them help themselves to it. And this may not happen for weeks or months, but the more control we give over to our kids, the more likely they are to try it. So that was the first tip, and they'll be more relaxed this way, and then they'll actually at some point think about trying it. Tip number 2 was, and I'm not saying to do this every day because I know it's not always possible, but when you are serving this particular sauce, eat it with them, not to make them eat it and be too obvious by, oh, look at me, I'm eating this sauce, but just simply eat it with them. Maybe get them to serve you the sauce on your pasta, and it's all about creating this memory bank of meal times when you're eating the food. So slowly they will copy you and do the same. So almost forget about them trying the sauce you want them to eat at the moment. Just realise that just by sitting with them, it is a win. So you've already won. So you don't need to feel any like, oh, that was a disaster, they didn't eat it. At the moment, you're just building those blocks of creating these memories. And the third tip was, what did I say? Oh yeah, again, almost forget about them trying the sauce and remember about all these senses they have. And if they are maybe keen on trying it or they're not sure, really casually say, well, hey, why don't you, if you're not sure, why don't you dip your finger in and have a little lick? Or why don't you sniff it? Or dip some of a breadstick in the sauce to give it a try? Up to you. Just kind of, the more you can back off, the better, really. So I hope those tips are helpful. So we've got, serve the sauce separately and just take it right back and just build slowly from that. So serve it separately and they can help themselves. 2, eat with them when you can. I'm not saying every time, but eat with them when you can and start creating those memories that they will visually see over the years. And 3 is remember the senses, that even if they're not eating it, they'll be smelling it, they'll be maybe taking a little lick or a squish. So it's never a waste of time. I hope that was helpful.